Wicked, Chubby.
You cannot bring the sword.
That's too wicked, man.
Officer, move now, move now. Stay on your phone, on your phone.
Too wicked, man. Wicked,
Wicked! Wicked!
Wicked boy. Man, pluck out your two fingernails, boy. Pluck out your body, make them
Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source News and Entertainment with a Buzz. So the video that you just heard is of an incident that took place in which the person that is said to be the suspect in the takeaway of 16-year-old Jadane Gale, that is from a Kingston address, whose body was found wrapped in some blue tarpaulin in a St. Mary, Devon Pen to be specific. It seems as if the Popo knew that he was a person of interest, or even better, a suspect. So they went for him, and that was the reaction of the persons in the neighborhood, in the residence. Now, people, here's a funny thing. That girl was 16-year-old at the time that she was pregnant. That means that she was more than likely underage. That man, Chubby, is 39-year-old, said to be the boyfriend. Now, the people in the community did not see anything wrong with it because it has been happening for a little while. They've been together for a couple of years. That means that more than likely him there with this girl from she was about 14, maybe even 13. The mother, nobody had anything to say. I guess they thought that it was normal. It was normal until he did the unthinkable. He took away this girl's life. More than likely, he is the sole suspect person of interest. Maybe because of jealousy, and like I said, based on information that I am getting, this is a troubled little girl. She's always running away from home, so therefore she needed some sorts of stability in her life. Don't know if this man, a grown-ass man, would bring any sorts of stability, or he is taking advantage of the situation. People, it is a very sad state of affair, especially as it pertains to little picnic and big men having sex and even breeding them. And this is yet a next perfect example. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the Bustamante Hospital, Children's Hospital, is in the news again for all the wrong reasons. After a 4-year-old girl, Alexandriana Jones, lost her life, Little Miss Jones is the daughter of Bashi, who happens to be a close confidant and manager of dancehall reggae artist Chronicler. So apparently this lady, young girl, have been having all sorts of medical issues from about April. So she has been going back and forth to the hospital, Bustamante, like I said. She was admitted on or about the 16th or so of December. They decided that they saw some sorts of tumor in the back of her head that was caused by some liquid that is causing pressure on her spinal cord or wherever. They decided that they were going to do the surgery. They did one surgery, told the family that they were supposed to pray everything is going to be okay. They then realized that there was complication, fluid, and all sorts of other medical issues. They decided that they were going to do a neck surgery. However, the next surgery, it even turned out even worse. Now remember, they had told the family that the child is going to be okay. The surgery was a success. So people, I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what the father and friends and family have to say about this whole issue, and then I am going to give my piece.
So me know me can't get back my daughter alive, but the word need to be out. The doctor, them young children don't care. They neglect your kids. They're wicked down there. When I go down there, then they put on phone and not even pay attention to your kid. Them wicked down there, so.
in the ICU on video call.
Wicked people, them, bro. Them not a heart down there, so, bro. Oh, you feel know that somebody, but the thing mash me up mentally, fam. I'll be honest. Mash me up mentally, break me. No, some of that when the man cut my daughter yesterday, open to do the autopsy, the man said my daughter liver start decay. If my daughter did dead the 31st or the 1st, how the hell she start decay already? She starts swell too. She starts swell, her hand and her foot them as swell. Them people are down there so wicked. And them thing I need for out. We not keep it.
Blood a come out our ears.
Blood that come out of my daughter ears that alone shows that she gone, she start drain. Show us that she gone long time. And then people that tell us to pray, pray, pray. Me a pray, me a do everything. Things I would see about my daughter. I just spend a Christmas with my baby. I'm just here for New Year's Day, the 1st of January, so my pitney dead. And the people know say the baby dead from a long time. But Father God not sleep. And them left from work and go home to feed them pitney.
So people, you heard what the father and other friends or relatives had to say about this whole situation. Just to make some facts, that child was very sickly. That child was recommended to do a surgery. The surgery was because of some tumor that they found in the head. They said that the surgery was successful. That was on or about the 17th of December or so. The parents, they were speaking to this girl. She was conscious. They said that she just needed to recoup. And people understand whenever you're doing any sorts of surgery, it could go up and down. It is not always a fixed thing. So there were complications and they did a next surgery to better what was bad. And it seems as if it got from bad to worse. Well, it is obvious that it got from bad to worse. So based on what the family is saying, during a traumatic time like this, there is cover-up. Bad enough, you took your child to the hospital for some life-saving surgery, you know that it is a 50-50 chance. But then when the child dies and you hear nothing from the hospital more than likely is trying to cover it up. What the hospital said the cause of this little pitney losing her life was not the same finding that was found by the independent autopsy, in which the family paid somebody to do an independent autopsy because they thought that there was something wrong. They thought that these persons were covering up something, and yes, people, that is the finding based on the independent autopsy. Now, people, this has been going on for way, way too long. And if you live in a first world country such as America, Canada, wherever, you should thank your lucky stars, because a lot of persons that just go into the hospitals in Jamaica, whether KPH, whether Spanish Town, whether Bustamante, big people, little people, whatever the case is, them going with something simple. Are they going with something complicated? And that complication becomes even more complicated. And a lot of time is because these people don't have compassion. These people don't have patience for patients. These people are not professional. So that is what makes everything worse, is that whenever these people are down, the doctors are stepping on the head of the parents and family and loved ones of this little girl, because they are not being straightforward. They are not giving proper information. They are trying to cover up. They are trying to prevent some sort of lawsuit. Even in these people traumatic time, people, it is a very sad state of affair. And this is yet an next perfect example of how SHITTY Jamaica is as a country and its health sector. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is the difference in stance with two governments. The Prime Minister, the President, or wherever of St. Vincent and the Grenadine. Vybz Kartel had a very successful show at the National Stadium on the 31st of December, just before the first of the year. It was very successful. Vybz Kartel also celebrated a birthday a couple of days later, back-to-back successful concert, then birthday. The Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadine contacted Vybz Kartel and he wished him happy birthday and he congratulated him on a successful concert. This is exactly what he had to say. Take a listen, take a look.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes, world boss.
first of all, how the family?
Family is good, sir.
And the Empress is fine?
She's right in front of me right now.
Give my regards to her and happy birthday, my brethren. Young lady,
Yes, man. No, man.
young lady, are you taking good care of my friend?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, fine. I take that. I take that affirmation seriously. Bye. Kartel brethren, Vybz, I follow your Freedom Street.
Yes,
What
sir.
a massive,
Thank you.
what a massive turnout.
Yes, the turnout was amazing from all over the world.
Jesus. The first number I saw was 40,000. Can the man tell me no? The number is 60. And a man tell me, no. And another brethren tell me, he say, the standing room is 30,000. So, and the whole place jam packed.
That's true, boss. That's true.
And I was not surprised though. Your energy and will kept you going for over 3 hours,
True.
as you told me that you were going to do. I hope in the process that you made a few shillings.
Yes, definitely.
Because shillings are important. You need a few shillings for the odd sandal or two. No,
Yes, word, boss.
and
Yes, word, boss.
important you have people around you who you trust, who care for you, and who love you.
And this medical right here. Yes.
So, people, you heard what the PM had to say. Giving respect where respect is due. At the end of the day, even if a man has a whole bunch of accusations and allegations against his name, the fact that he was cleared by the courts, that man is deemed to be innocent, whether he is innocent by the court of public opinion or not. So that was the PM of St. Vincent's and the Grenadines. This is exactly what took place. Vybz Kartel had his show on the 31st of December, like I mentioned. And then fast forward 4 days later, on the 4th of January 2025, in the New Year's, 4 days in the New Year's, Buju Banton, Beres, Wayne Wanda, and Romain Verga and Marcia Griffiths had a show. Your Prime Minister Andrew Holness was in attendance. As a matter of fact, not only was he there, he then made a post congratulating the promoters and the performers at the show and saying, this is what makes Jamaica great. This is exactly what he had to say. Take a listen, take a look. So people, you hear the different stance. The man from St. Vincent supports, congratulations. Mr. Andrew Holness, congratulations to one show. No congratulations to the next. No happy birthday. But people, we should not be surprised. Because you know that Andrew Holness is system. Vybz Kartel is anti-system. Andrew Holness works with the DPP's office. He is the man that is the head of everybody, including the Justice and Security Minister. They were not pleased with Vybz Kartel's being freed. They are not free that Vybz Kartel is being successful because in their eyes, that is a black eye. And that is something that they don't want on their resume. So he has a choice. And in most persons' political opinion, they are going to say that the Prime Minister did the right thing because the Prime Minister is not supporting anybody that was charged for any sorts of serious crime such as that. But here's the thing that is hypocritical. As it pertains to Buju Banton was not only tried, he was convicted, he was sentenced, he did time. Vybz Kartel, even though he did a longer time, 13 years versus Buju maybe about 8 to 9 years or so. One is a convicted felon, one is not a convicted felon. Guess which one is that? And guess which one your prime minister is supporting? Now, people, I understand there were different performers on that show, specifically Buju Banton, specifically Marcia Griffith. So therefore, when the prime minister spoke, he might have been congratulating those persons, not specifically Buju Banton. He did not say. However, he congratulated the show, so therefore he was pretty much painting one show with a broad brush, including everybody. However, again, people, like I said, people have their opinion to do whatever they so choose. And the prime minister, that is the way that he thought was the most appropriate or politically correct way to deal with both situations, both concerts, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.